Everybody, Jay and Manion here at the NPC Photo Gym, and I am here with IFBB Pro Wellness.
Celeste Morales.
Now, Celeste is the very first official Road to the Pittsburgh Pro filming we're doing.
Awesome.
She came right from the Boston Pro right to here.
Yes, I did.
She's saying she's like the snowy weather better than the nice warm weather in Texas.
I like to look at it, not to live in it, that's for sure.
You don't want to take some back with you?
No. I'll come back though. I'll come back.
You'd rather come here than
I'd rather come back, yes. I like the beach down there.
Now, what part of Texas are you from?
I'm from South Texas. It's called Harlingen, way down south by the border. So I'm down by McAllen. What else is down there? San Antonio. It's about 4 hours south of San Antonio.
Oh, wow.
Little small city down in the tip of Texas.
All right. So how did you get into wellness?
Wellness, well, when I saw the category, I knew that it was the perfect fit for me. When I first started, I started with bikini like every other girl. That was 8 years ago. Then I went off to figure, and I ended up turning pro in women's physique.
Where was that?
That was at the USA's in Arizona. That was in 2020. And after that, I decided that I was gonna change. I was gonna change my category. I recomped my body for about a year, and then I came back and I did wellness and fell in love with it.
Well, good. Now, you said you had somebody suggested you move to wellness.
Well, I did want to do wellness, and yes, Bernadette, she's one of the head judges, super sweet person. I've known her for a long time.
You don't have to lie.
No, I do love Bernadette. I really do. She said if you want to do wellness, take your time. Yeah, take your time to get there. So I've done it. You know, my coach has helped me tremendously. So I am very, very in love with this division.
So that's a good question. How did you get hooked up? Her coach is Ricardo Panin in Brazil. How did you get hooked up with him?
With Anne. With Anne, I did see her work, and I had been doing my homework, and I saw that she had Franciele, and this was before Franciele went off to do the Olympia, that I reached out to her, and I did have a friend also that recommended her, and she just seemed like the perfect fit for me, and she has helped me tremendously to change my physique from women's physique division into wellness, and I've loved the process so far.
Well, good. So how many pro wellness contests have you been in so far?
This was my fourth, the Boston Pro. I did start with San Antonio Classic last year. Then I went off to do the Texas State with Bernadette's show. Then I went off and I did Toronto
I saw
Pro.
you there,
Yeah,
both of those.
Yeah, and then I did Toronto Pro where I came in second. So Boston Pro, I didn't do as well, but I did.
Well, you had a little bit of adversity, as I saw via social media, where you couldn't get out of Columbus, right?
I was stuck in Ohio for longer than expected, so it kind of threw me off. I had to go straight to Boston. My physique didn't do so well. I'm not making any excuses, but it did take a toll on my body, and I didn't present what I usually like to present on stage. So I know that I'm going to take, the judges' critique from there, and my coach and I already have a game plan for this new show that we're going to do. And so we'll see how I do in 2 weeks, but I'm super excited for Pittsburgh Pro.
So in 2 weeks, you're doing what contest?
I'm going to do the Caribbean Grand Prix in Bermuda. So I'm looking forward to seeing what my body looks like there.
Okay, so Serge, I'm just telling you, since you're the promoter, you better treat her right.
Yes. I hope so.
So, and Serge is a good promoter. He has a lot of good things for all the athletes.
I'm really looking forward to that show to see, to see where we are, and also I've never been to Bermuda, so we'll see how that goes.
You wouldn't. So if you got stuck there, you wouldn't really mind as much as Columbus, right?
Well, the thing is that I don't want to get stuck anywhere without my husband. That's for sure, because he is the person that helps me get, from point A to point B. So it's been rough. I've been gone from home for 13 days now. So it's been a journey, but I'm going to push through.
Well, good. Now, you also told me that you're a mom.
I'm a mom of 3. I have a 16-year-old, which is my youngest, and I have an 18-year-old, and I do have a 23-year-old. So I did start young. I'm 38. I'm not that old yet. But yes, I do have children that are older, and so they're okay right now. They miss me, but they're getting by. There's no diapers or anything that I have to change, so that's okay.
So now they're missing mom. They really realize what mom does,
they realize that, mom needs to be home. Mom needs to be home. They rather have me there in my gym than gone, away from them for so long.
So what do they think of you competing?
They love it. After this last show, they're my motivation. My family and, they are the ones that keep me focused, keep me going. When I want to, sometimes we say like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this anymore. Like we question ourselves at that, we work so hard and then things don't go as planned and you're like, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. And my rocks, they are the ones that are like, Mom, you've gotten this far. You cannot quit now.
That's
right.
I
am not going to quit. I'm going to keep pushing through.
Okay. So Pittsburgh Pro Wellness, as everybody knows, last year was one of the biggest, probably next to the Olympia. Yes. We had 8 of the competitors from Pittsburgh Pro Wellness ended up on the Olympia stage.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's
amazing.
It turned into, from day one, a very prestigious contest.
And that is the reason why I said in my heart I wanted to do the Pittsburgh Pro. It was just already set in stone for me that I wanted to make it there. It does land on my daughter's birthday, so I had already told her, sorry, but I'm competing on your birthday. You can come along if you like, but that's what your mom's going to be doing on the day of your birthday. Because,
how did she feel?
She's like, okay, Mom, just take me. So we'll see. Maybe she'll come with us.
The snow will be melted by then, so she'll.
It'll be nicer. It'll be nicer, hopefully.
Yes, it usually is at that point.
That's nice to know.
Yeah. Because I know I've talked to a few competitors, and they're just like, oh, Pittsburgh, it's going to be very hard. And I always tell everybody, listen, you've got to face these other competitors sometime. If you're going to end up on the Olympia stage with them, you got to do it somewhere, right?
That is my reasoning behind this. I know that only the best of the best athletes are going to show up to this show. And I want to be standing next to them to see what I need to do to reach that level, because ultimately our goal is to make it to the Olympia. That's my dream, and of course, I don't want to go around to not compete with these athletes. If I want to stand next to them to know what I need to do to reach that level.
Right.
What my body needs, what we need to work on once we see ourselves on stage all together.
Well, with both of those Texas Pro contests you did, had a lot of very good competitors that they were coming right off the Olympia, went right into them.
And the Texas State, I did come in 6th place, and the top 5 were Olympians. So there was about 20 of us, I believe, 19 or 20 of us. So that show really, it put me up there with them, and I got to see that, hey, that day I brought in a package that really stood next to them. And so that helped me get motivated. I was not expecting that at all. So, then I went off to Toronto, and I did well there too. And it lit the fuel to my fire. Now, maybe Boston didn't it didn't turn out as we thought, but you're not always going to be, your body changes, and we just have to learn from it each time. And
well, I tell competitors, when you come to Pittsburgh, no matter what division you're in, it's going to be tough. Mm-hmm. Okay. But I always say, win or not, you can get critiques and you can still learn from it.
Exactly. To me, I do not have any regrets with Boston, because now we know, my coach and I, what we can and can't do with my body when I'm getting ready for a show.
Right.
Maybe it wasn't a good idea for me to go to work a booth at the Arnold, right a week before my show, but it was an opportunity for me to get, see everybody, see the, all the different athletes,
right.
Be in everything that I love.
Well, you wouldn't have learned that if you didn't do it.
No, I didn't. And I also got to meet my coach, so I hadn't met her in person. So there was a lot of plus,
right.
ups to this. So I'm not taking it as a loss. I'm taking it as a learning experience.
That's what I tell everybody.
Mm-hmm. I really am.
Yeah. Because, I know with, as I tell everybody, in the Pittsburgh Pro Bikini, that at one point in time, every Bikini Olympia champion, except for one, has competed in the Pittsburgh Pro.
Wow. See? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, yes, that's an event that I'm really looking forward to. And
we're in a new venue this year, which is we're in the Grand Hyatt in Pittsburgh. So it's the ballroom on the 2nd floor. So as I say, you can stay there and compete there.
Nice. I love that.
And
that is so convenient for us.
We have the guest posers back. We've got,
Nice.
several Mr. Olympias going to be guest posing.
That is super awesome.
So there's going to be
Looking forward to
a lot of star power in Pittsburgh.
that means that we have to go. We got to watch this show. We got
Yeah.
to go and
You can watch it from being right on stage.
Yep. Yes.
Now, here's something interesting about that venue is my father used to promote the Pittsburgh there years ago when it was the Pittsburgh Hilton. And back in the late 70s, their ballroom has a built-in stage that rises. Okay? Arnold Schwarzenegger guest posed on that stage.
Wow.
When he was still an active competitor, when he was still Mr. Olympia.
That's amazing.
I tell everybody, not many people can say that they stood on the same stage that Arnold Schwarzenegger did.
That's right. That's
So
amazing.
you're going to be able to do that. You're going to be able to say that.
So excited. So excited.
I always point over here. You can't see it, but there's a poster on the wall from whenever they guest posed here. Him and Franco Colombo.
Yeah, that is super amazing. I'm really looking forward to that. That's just a dream for us athletes to be able to experience things like this.
Now, what did you think? You were at the Arnold. What did you think of the wellness show there?
I thought that it was beautiful. I wish I would have been able to see it. I didn't get to see finals because that was at a separate location, right? I did get to see a bit of the prejudging, but yeah, I mean, these athletes, they looked so amazing. Like their inspiration for us. And to me, I hope one day I get invited. We all dream of that invitation. And until then, I'm going to keep working and I'm going to keep doing my homework and try to get there, try to be able to have that opportunity to step on that stage,
Yeah.
But yeah, what can I say? These athletes are the top, they are the top.
Well, and the sport is still so new in the NPC and IFBB Pro League, so.
Yeah, I thought Isa looked beautiful. I thought all of them. But yeah, it was an amazing experience to be able to be there, watching from afar. Now I can only imagine being there, standing next to them. Yes.
But you got to stand next to quite a few of them in Boston.
Yes, I did. I got in Boston and in Austin. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're wondering how Celeste actually got here, is I reached out to her on Instagram.
Yes, I was fortunate enough when he reached out to me. I said, you know what, that is just an opportunity of a lifetime, and I would love to be there. And we made it happen. I said, I wasn't planning on getting stuck in Ohio and not going home for 14 days. So I was like, I'll just fly straight from Boston after my show. I'll go see you. And
in all actuality, you would have flown over Pittsburgh to go back home anyways.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, it's better that way because to go all the way down to Texas and come all the way back, it was just too much. So this was perfect. Yeah, I'm glad we made it this way.
So I always ask everybody when you walk in here, because everybody always is surprised at how big this gym is, right?
Yeah, as soon as I walked in, I saw it and I looked at, the gym and the clothes, and it's just, it's a playground. It's a playground in here. And so when you got here, what was I doing? I was already working out because I was like, I haven't gotten a good workout in. Can I start?
I heard the weights clanging, so I knew she was back there.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to get a little workout in. I'm going to test out these machines. So yes, it's super amazing. It's awesome. It's big. The best equipment. Like, what more? And nobody else is here. So that's even better.
That's even better.
Yes, that's even better.
Yeah, as funny story she was telling me is when you come here, we don't have any markings on the outside of the building. I say we're literally hidden in plain sight. So I always send a picture of the building, and she's like, her Uber driver's like, where are you supposed to actually go? Because there's not even a number on the building.
Yeah, there was nothing, and I have like 5 bags with me, and I'm like, he said, go up to the 3rd floor, and I was like, am I gonna go up to the 3rd floor with all these bags? I just left them on after that first flight of stairs. But you know what? Yeah. Once I got here, I'm like, it's a hidden gem. That's what it is.
Not the hidden gem in Dallas.
Gem.
Yeah, gem. There we go.
A hidden gem. Hidden gem.
Yeah, it's funny because everyone goes, I know you probably walk down here, when you get around the corner, you can't see the other part of the gym, and everyone's like, oh, wow, this is so much bigger than I thought.
It's super awesome. Super awesome. I love it. Super cool.
So do you have any other plans after Pittsburgh, or are you just going to wait to see what happens with the Caribbean in Pittsburgh and go from there?
No, I'm planning on hitting the Texas shows after that. I'm in Texas, so to me, it's like I have to do the Texas shows. This is my year. This is what I said. This is my year. As long as my body is okay and responding depending, sometimes we want to push through and our bodies don't. So my coach and I, the only focus is as long as my body is making improvements, I want to keep pushing out.
So are you doing Bernadette's contest in July?
I'm planning on it.
I'll see you there.
I'm planning on that. Yes, I am.
So I should plan on seeing you in Las Vegas in December then?
Well,
on stage?
That's what I want. That's what we're going for. I already want to book my trip. That's for sure. This is the year that I really want to work. I said I was going to go all in. So this is it. This is what I'm going to do. And, there's going to be bumps in the road, but I'm ready. I'm ready to take it on. I really am.
Well, after how this year has already started for you, I don't know how much bigger the bumps
I
get.
know, yeah. I'm going to keep pushing through. As long as I have my husband's support and my family's support, and to them, it's like, this is what you want to do. This is the year that you want to do it. I tell them, I know age is just a number, but I'm 38. I turned 39 in this summer. And I want to be on that old stage before I turn 40. That's what I want. That's my ultimate goal. So I want to keep working.
Good. I'm planning on seeing you there.
Yes.
On stage.
Yes. Thank you.
Be a nice Christmas gift, right?
It really would. It would be not only a Christmas gift, but it would be, to me, that's why you're here working the ultimate.
for this.
Yes. That's why I'm here. That's exactly. To me, it's like going to college and finally getting that degree. To me, that's what it is.
I think, and I'm not overstating this after last year, that I think that the road to the Pittsburgh leads you to the road to the Olympia.
Well, I'm gonna take your word for that, and I'm gonna keep pushing through. That's for sure.
All right.
Yes.
Well, is there anyone else you want to give a shout out to while we're here?
Yes, I just want to give a shout out to my husband. Thank you for always supporting my dreams and making this possible for me, because without you, there would be no me. There wouldn't be me here. So for you and my kids and my family and all my clients, my friends, everybody that always is behind me 100%, I love y'all, and I'm going to do this, and I'm here to stay, and I'm here, and I'm going to prove it that this, anything that you have in your heart, you can make happen as long as you don't give up on your own self. So
all right. I think it's the perfect place to stop.
Yes.
All right. So Jay and Manion,
Celeste Morales.
we look forward to seeing you at the Pittsburgh Pro.
Yes.
Signing out for npcnewsonline.com.